Law enforcement officials are put into dangerous situations each and every day. They are expected to de-escalate and diffuse each situation and ensure the safety of the civilians they protect and serve.
Now, each situation is unique, from a routine traffic stop to even a mass casualty event. But how do local officers train for these scenarios? I got a first-hand look with the help of virtual reality.
Hello, ma'am. I'm Sergeant Gill with the Sioux City Police Department.
Welcome to the Virtual Reality Training Center.
Tucked inside the Longlines Family Rec Center is where the Sioux City Police Department comes to get a real-world look at life on the streets.
Nope, you don't have to do that. I'm going this way.
We are big on training. As far as many of the police departments, we're probably one of the best as far as sending officers to training, and we constantly train our officers to be better out in the field.
This Inveris virtual reality simulator puts officers inside a scenario that they then have to work to de-escalate. Another officer runs the program and guides the virtual scene based on the officer's actions.
Drop it!
After the scenario is over, it can be reviewed and studied.
We can replay it, and you can step back from where you were and see what actually was happening, see what you saw, and also if there was something they missed.
We'd rather have them make mistakes in the training than out in the field when mistakes could be deadly, could be costly.
Whoa!
Sergeant Tom Gill was put into an active shooter situation.
Guys, everybody get down on the ground!
He reacts in real time.
No! Get down! Get down!
From the computer screen, you can see what he sees.
Ma'am, get down! Get down!
And his real-time reaction.
Get down!
When you're in that situation and you have to respond, you go back to all the training you've had to that point. And it's important you talk through it, you communicate, you tell people what you want them to do. So when you're doing the Inveris training, it's also important to communicate.
Yep. Okay. Then it was my turn to put on the headset and test my own knowledge of police work.
Okay. What scenario are you putting me into?
A traffic stop. The man and woman naked in the front seat of the car. The woman steps out of the vehicle and confronts me.
Ma'am, can you get back in the car?
Then she pulls a gun and fires.
Ma'am, can you please put your gun down?
I fire back and she falls to the ground. And it all happened in moments. Another scenario. This time I'm in a bar.
Sir, can you please put the hammer down?
My job, to get him to put it down and
Sir.
not hurt anybody.
Yep, it's out of your hands. Thank you for dropping that.
He sets it on the floor.
Sir, can you please come with me and exit the building?
The operator of the program chooses the character's response based on my actions. Now, while he couldn't exit the building, he could surrender and lay on the ground. A successful de-escalation. From traffic stops to domestic disturbances to someone threatening to harm themselves, each scenario an opportunity to learn.
The first time you talk to someone that's not going through the best time in their life shouldn't be in person. So we try to mimic that, so give them some sort of experience with it so they don't say the wrong things at the wrong time.
For rookies and veteran officers, this virtual reality simulator offers an opportunity to learn because training doesn't stop after leaving the academy.
In training, they make it hard, they make it stressful, because out there on the street it's going to be hard and it's going to be stressful. And I'll go back to, it's a lot better if you're making mistakes in the training that we can correct, we can talk about, we can coach, than being in the field and having those mistakes happen. It could be costly.
It's professionalism. If we stop training, then we miss the boat. We miss on new techniques and tactics.
Now, I will say I actually went first, so I didn't have a gauge as to what I was about to experience. But having an opportunity to have that experience and get a taste of what police officers see on a daily basis really showed me just how much skill and training is needed to wear the uniform and badge. Now, Sioux City Police also have a physical training center where officers can work on firearm skills, hand-to-hand combat, and other trainings to ensure they are the best they can be when serving the city of Sioux City.
The Sioux City Police Department will be adding a virtual reality driving simulator to its training fleet soon. This training technology will give officers a chance to practice skills like defensive driving in a safe environment instead of out on public streets.
Sure. So the patrol officer, the majority of their shift is in a vehicle. Probably 90% of what they do is driving. Sometimes they have pursuits, sometimes you might deal with an intoxicated driver, so it's always important to improve on your driving skills.
The department hopes to have that technology in-house and ready to use in the next few months.